The first thing to do for this FMP was to start with, would I continue from Unit 12 or would I move to something else? I've decided to stick with the product of podcasts and audio, as I still want to create a better podcast than I did back in Unit 5 last year. At this point, my chosen idea is a gaming podcast, as said later in my pitch. At this point, I didn't know exactly what type I would do. Did I want to do gaming? Did I want to do a film-based podcast? I didn't want to do sport again, as I'd already done sport, but I thought maybe gaming or film, or maybe possibly TV show, something like that. And through the analysis that I did in Unit 12 from TV shows, that's where my thought process for that was coming from. The first thing I did after confirming to myself that I wanted to continue with podcasts was some research on just podcasts in general. Of course, since I did podcasts over a year ago, they've become even more popular. There's more online about how to actually start podcasts, the best way, what to change, what things you should have. From this, I gained loads of information about what type of editing software, what microphones, possibly how it can turn into your job, what type of monetization you have. From that, I was ready to create a pitch. Now, the first pitch, when I created it, had a few issues, which I ended up seeing with a bit of feedback. Same with the script. Some parts were maybe lacking more detail than they should have been, and the pitch itself, due to the camera's position, you couldn't see myself. So in the end, I ended up re-filming it to first fix any little issues that were in the script, the pitch, all that. And through that, I was able to add extra information about all the different types of podcasts, what I could achieve in this podcast and how I would achieve it. So the example was using the Gantt chart. I'm able to see how I'm supposed to be filming everything, what order and how it's supposed to be. And from that, I'm able to keep track when I'm end up going into the research and also pre-production, production and post-production. I'm able to see where I'm supposed to be, and I can see if I'm on track or if I need to maybe come in and do some extra or add some extra, maybe some extra information that I find that I end up wanting to put on. I can put that onto the Gantt chart and make changes that are needed. And from this, I was able to then confirm that I wanted to do a gaming podcast through my proposal. I didn't know exactly what game yet, but I knew it would be gaming, and I had an idea that it would be something retro. It wouldn't be anything new. I would be doing retro narrative design. So there's many games that come into that which I could do. You could do the old Red Dead Redemptions, you could do the Batman Arkham series, you could do Last of Us and the Uncharted franchise, just to name a few.